Coming up on today's episode of Airborne Unlimited, could a tweet change the Air Force One contract? ICAS awards its top honor. Breitling backs a new aerial performer. Hello, I'm Christopher Seom. It's December 13th, 2016, and this is Airborne Unlimited. According to a report, pressure on Boeing from President-elect Donald Trump could force the planemaker to make changes in the new Air Force One aircraft on order from the U.S. Air Force in an effort to cut costs, as Trump has suggested in a tweet and a television interview. CNBC reports that if Trump insists on cutting costs for the new plane, it could mean that some components considered critical by the Air Force could be subcontracted or left out altogether, which could make the planes less effective as a flying command post for the nation's chief executive. Boeing said in a statement last week after Trump's tweet that it has some flexibility in the program. The new Air Force One 7478 are not yet being assembled. The current Air Force One aircraft are based on the 747-200 that were delivered in the early 1990s. According to the report, we are told these aircraft are reaching the end of their expected 30-year service line. The International Council of Air Shows, better known as ICAS, presented its highest honor, the Sword of Excellence, to Bill Stein at its 49th annual convention last week. During the presentation ceremony, Stein was recognized not only for his ability as an aerobatic pilot and air show performer, but also for his numerous contributions to safety and education in the air show business. Serving as a member of ICAS's Aerobatic Competency Evaluation Committee for nearly 7 years, Stein has worked to improve air show safety while minimizing regulatory intrusion. He was also recognized for his work as a motivational and frank mentor for new airshow pilots. It was said that Stein has selflessly helped ICAS, the FAA, and the airshow community work through the most difficult safety problems by combining airshow professionalism with a strong sense of what will or will not minimize hazards in the airshow environment. ANN congratulates Bill for taking the lead in promoting airshow safety through ICAS programs. After the break, Breitling introduces the Flyboard Air.
There's a difference between charting a steady course and pushing for the ceiling. And for nearly a century, Hartzell Propeller has been defining that difference. It's in our passion for engineering and research and our dedication to testing the limits of performance. We are built on honor. We are Hartzell Propeller.
Build and flying with the most exciting line of kit aircraft on the market, the Sonex Aircraft B models. The B models offer more room and comfort, more fuel, more panel space, more engine choices, and the same great Sonex Aircraft flight characteristics. Learn more at sonexaircraft.com.
Concorde's recombinant gas RG series sealed battery technology produces a high-performance battery with the advantages of being pre-tested and fully charged at the factory. Find out more about Concorde's entire line of batteries at www.concordebattery.com. Concorde, the heart of your aircraft.
The Bristol Light Sport aircraft is what you are looking for. The Bristol is wider than a Cirrus, faster than a Skyhawk, offers more storage than a Husky, and comes standard with Garmin avionics. So what are you waiting for? Visit Bristol.com to find out how you can get into a Bristol today.
Welcome back. If you have a story suggestion for Airborne Unlimited, Aero-TV, our podcast, or website, just email to news-spy@aero-news.net. Breitling, the company that's known for its specialty technical watches and for sponsoring some of the greatest airshow acts around, has added another unique performer to its venue of extreme aerosports. Most everybody has heard of the Breitling-sponsored Eve Rossi, who's referred to as Jetman. Now Breitling has taken it a step further as they have just introduced Frankie Zapata, who has found a new way to apply jet power to a human. He does it with something that's called the Flyboard Air. The result of 4 years' development, this autonomous propulsion unit, which is currently in its prototype phase, is a board weighing around 45 pounds equipped with 6 engines that stabilize it through a highly sophisticated software program. Standing upright on what is barely the size of a large drone, the pilot drives it by leaning like a Segway with a throttle in hand to adjust the thrust. Will we be seeing this new flyboard aired at an air show near you? We'll have to wait and see, but we're pretty sure you'll be hearing a lot more about this. Every Tuesday, we usually look ahead at some of the more interesting events in the aviation universe, but winter is here, and the holiday season is upon us, and air events get few and far between. However, that doesn't mean there aren't places to go and things to see that will keep your aviation juices flowing. Here's a few suggestions. Let's start off with the place we all know something about, but often forget that it's available all year round. Located in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, the EAA Air Venture Museum is one of the most extensive aviation attractions in the world, a year-round destination for the entire family. At this fantastic museum, you'll see more than 200 historic aircraft. Bring the kids because they can spend time and get hands-on in the Kid Venture Gallery. You can go back in time to the golden age of aviation at the Pioneer Airport, and the Eagle Hangar pays tribute to all the heroes who served in World War II. Next, we go Navy at the National Naval Aviation Museum located in Pensacola, Florida. This museum is the world's largest naval aviation museum and one of the most visited museums in the state of Florida. Share the excitement of naval aviation's rich history and see more than 150 beautifully restored aircraft representing Navy, Marine Corps, and Coast Guard aviation. The place is huge, so be sure to bring some good walking shoes. Now, it's time to head for the zoo, or should we say the Air Zoo, which is a unique museum located halfway between Detroit and Chicago off I-94, just south of the Kalamazoo-Battle Creek International Airport. Voted the best place to take out-of-towners and best place to spend a day with your family. 3 years in a row, the Smithsonian-affiliated Aerospace and Science Museum features more than 50 rare and historic aircraft, amusement park-style rides, full-motion flight simulators, real D, 3D, 4D mission theater, as well as historical exhibits and educational activities. After these messages, Airbus takes new order on its corporate jet-configured airliner.
Sandia introduces the new SAI 340 Quattro TSO'd airspeed, attitude, altitude, and slip. With integral backup battery, safety never looked so good. See it now at www.sandia.aero.
Explore no limits flying in the FAA-certified Sea Ray Amphibious LSA, one of the top 3 best-selling LSAs in the U.S. Progressive Aerodyne Sea Ray comes equipped with a Rotax engine and exhibits extraordinary handling on land, water, and in the air. Check it out at www.searay.com.
Redbird Flight Simulations is dedicated to revolutionizing flight training by designing, manufacturing, and delivering affordable and innovative flight training technologies. Each Redbird device is designed to enhance the training experience for pilots of all levels, from student to ATP. Redbird is quickly becoming the industry standard for flight training. Since Redbird introduced its revolutionary FMX in 2007, colleges, universities, and flight training operations around the world have integrated Redbird products into their curriculum. It's time to discover what Redbird can do for you. Join the migration.
Based on the popular Sling 2 LSA, the Sling 4 was designed to be the most practical and desirable lightweight 4-place experimental aircraft on the market. Find out more about this 115 horsepower turbocharged airplane at airplanefactory.com.
With so much news coming out of the aviation industry, we're summarizing a few of those other great stories in a brief segment we call Around the Patch. Airbus Corporate Jets has won another commitment for an ACJ320neo. The latest deal adds to the 7 orders already won by the ACJ320neo family, taking total orders and commitments to 8, comprising 6 ACJ320neo and 2 ACJ319neo aircraft. There's a new person at the helm of Yuneec's U.S. operations. The drone company has announced that Mike Kahn has been named as CEO of Yuneec USA. Kahn brings over 25 years' experience in the consumer electronics industry to the company. Mechanics at United Airlines stations ratified a 6-year national joint collective bargaining agreement with the company last week after more than 3 years of negotiations. More than 9,000 mechanics will see their compensation move to the top of the industry. Boeing has unveiled its 2016 Boeing Pilot and Technician Outlook for the Asia-Pacific region. They are projecting that more than 500,000 new pilots and technicians will be needed to support the expanding demand for new airplane deliveries over the next 2 decades. The Gunslingers of Strike Fighter Squadron 105 conducted an airborne change of command ceremony above the aircraft carrier USS Dwight D. Eisenhower in the eastern Mediterranean Sea earlier this month. Commander Mitchell McAllister is now the commanding officer of the FA-18 equipped unit. Well, that's it for today's trip around the patch. Now, let's get back to the rest of the news. The Commemorative Air Force will again promote 12 Planes of Christmas, which is an online giving campaign. The campaign provides an opportunity to aid in the restoration and maintenance of the aircraft as well as learn more about the CAF's fleet of 165 authentic military airplanes. This year, the CAF will feature 12 planes, each with different historical significance, and in various stages of restoration, some needing support to become airworthy again. The aircraft featured this year are a P-47 Thunderbolt fighter, an AT-11 Kansan trainer, a PT-17 Stearman, an Interstate Cadet used in the civilian training program, a B-25 Mitchell in the Navy PBJ variant, a PBY Catalina, an L-3 Grasshopper, which was the military Piper Cub, a Twin Beech 18 known as the SNB, a B-17 Flying Fortress, a J-2K Coast Guard variant of the Fairchild 24, a BT-13 Valiant, and the awesome FG-1D Corsair fighter. In addition to donating additional aircraft, donations can be directed to the Restoration Grant Fund. This program is a matching grant and ensures that money goes to support aircraft projects with the greatest need. The campaign will run throughout December. Well, that's our program for today. Remember that Airborne Unlimited stream daily, Monday through Friday, with additional breaking news bulletins for important stories that fall outside of our normal deadlines. If you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe, and do check us out on Facebook and Twitter. Get comprehensive real-time 24/7 coverage of the latest aviation and aerospace stories anytime at aero-news.net. Keep flying. We'll see you tomorrow.